Hey, Dsj.
Hey.
Bruh, we're back, man. Sorry you had to take a little break. Boom. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot going on, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll tell y'all the story. But yeah, man, we wanted to do a podcast, man. We've been trying to do this for the longest, but we've been so distracted,
right?
So distant, and a situation I'm gonna talk to y'all about a little bit later.
Yeah, man.
But
life hit, man. Life hit.
Yeah, dog. And so, you know what I'm saying, we gotta do what we gotta do. I'm trying to survive, but because to God be the glory, that I'm still here. With that being said, man, how y'all doing? Hope y'all miss us, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I know it's been a bad time, but I didn't want to come in here with no fake energy. I'm not one of those type of people that feel like, I have to entertain, myself. And like I said, it's a place of peace for me to do podcasting, but it's like,
yeah, we just didn't want to force out just bad content, bro.
Right.
Because first, we really didn't have a lot of time to do half of the things, and sometimes we just had so much stuff going. Sometimes I wasn't motivated. Sometimes D wasn't motivated. But hey, we back, man. Sometimes you gotta take a little break.
Yeah, we're back, man. Before we get into it, y'all know what we do normally. Let's do the scripture of the day, man. The scripture is Psalms 139, 23 through 24. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out anything in me that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life. Whew. So, speaking of anxiety,
man,
shoot. The reason why I haven't been on the podcast, man. So since December, I had a situation where I was facing basically like hell on earth. So from December of 2023 on the way to now, still I'm facing a situation where I'm about to be homeless. And that stuff has kind of been like on my mind, because I'm like, bro, I can't survive out here alone, like, you know what I'm saying? So in December, I had lost my financial aid, and you would think that since you have a 2.0 GPA that you wouldn't lose your GPA or your financial aid, but I did, because I dropped the class. To let you know, this is not to talk bad about the school, but the school don't tell you nothing. The school don't tell you anything, bro. Like, straight out the gate, bro, I was not told anything about dropping the class. It said as long as I have a straight 2.0 GPA, I was fine. So I have a 2.0 GPA, literally still with no financial aid. And so it's just been rough, man, about that type of thing right there. Then we out here having to face a bunch of situations in January. January, bro, it's like one of the most craziest times of my life, bro. Because Roland can tell you, bro,
that's a lot.
It was to the point where I almost joined the military.
Yeah. Hectic, man.
So I'm out here, it's like January like 5th or 6th. He came back on campus because they had winter break.
Yep.
I'm trying to ignore the situation, but as days get closer, I'm like nervous as hell, because I don't know how am I going, where am I going to go?
Right.
People are just speaking negative thoughts on me, saying, well, you put this on yourself. Then it's like, I'm not going to say that my family isn't trying to help, but they're trying to help, but it's like they can't help me out like that no more. So then you feel helpless and you feel homeless. It's like gonna be a real thing. So, man, I was about to give up. And next thing you know, like, here's how God works in mysterious ways, right?
God's so good.
So I'll tell you two things that happened. So my boss, Jeremiah, y'all know him. He's been on a few podcasts.
The GOAT.
He basically had a conversation with me. He was like, bro, what do you want to do? We are like, basically, I'm like, bro, I'm just wanting to still be here because I got nowhere to go. Like, if I live on the streets, bro, like, bro, I think this is gonna be my last days on earth, like, for real. So, you know, we hit this whole situation, me and him, like, we went to actually go to this place to try to get a shelter card. I actually still got the shelter card on me right now. We was talking about going to Salvation Army, and you know what I'm saying, it was just a lot of stuff, man. It was like, you know, having to deal with that. Then it was supposed to be on the 16th of January, bro, when I was supposed to leave out, or I thought I had to leave out. So January 16th, bro, my guy, he pulled me over. We had a conversation. We was looking for jobs and stuff. And when we did that, you know, he had a conversation with me because we went to the school bursar's office. When I tell you that the school really doesn't try to help you out with situations, bro, they really don't try to help you out with situations. So this guy had recommended to him to have me take at least one class. And when I take that one class, you know what I'm saying, make sure I take another class, you know, because we didn't realize it. Like, a lot of the 8-week classes, we have like 8-week classes. If you go to college, you know that we have, you know, you might have an 8-week class. So we didn't realize that we had the 8-week class. And once that happened, like, you know, it was worrisome to both of us, me and Jeremiah, because it was like, bro, it was last minute. We didn't know. So we would have picked a class that was probably, even though the class is easy, like, we would probably have to pick another class that was at least going to have me stay here and not worry about any type of, you know what I'm saying, having to pay more out of pocket. So Jeremiah had a serious conversation with me. He was like, bruh, you know what I'm saying, I asked my uncle, you know, my uncle kind of gave me a hard time, talking about like, boy, you stealing stuff out of our pockets. And that's not to talk bad about my uncle. I love my uncle. But they felt like, you know, my boss felt like, you know, that was kind of like tarnishing me, I guess, in a way. And he was like, bro, I'm gonna help you out, you know. So he had helped me out with the first payment. Uncle helped me out with the second payment. He acted like he didn't want to help out though. And then like most recently, even if I didn't have to take another class, it would have been fine. It would have been easy to pay it off. But I had got a bursar call me and was like, hey, well, you know, you got a check from May, right? And I was like, no, I didn't know that. So they basically paid off half of my semester with that fee. And I would only have to pay off $725. Now I have to pay off $2,000 because I had to add another class. And so this day right now, actually, I'm supposed to, like, I'm doing all my assignments now. And if I don't pass this class, I'm gonna have to leave by tomorrow, something like that. So even though I have a B in the class, I still have to submit everything else to him, which I'm gonna do today. So I won't have to worry about any of this like stress and drama and anxiety that I'm facing. Even though most recently I haven't been anxious at all. It's just more of my anxiousness becoming like I have to pay $600 in 2 weeks. And how this job pays me is they pay on the 13th for me. I have to pay that fee off by the 11th. But me and Jeremiah had a conversation yesterday, and he said he was gonna help me out with that too as well, and then I just pay him back. So just praying to God, bro. Like, it's a lot that's going on right now. This life is not easy. It shows how much your faith is needed, how much you need, how much your faith should, like, how strong your faith is. I literally work at 2 jobs. I work at Pizza Hut and I work here, you know, at the normal job. And yeah, it's just been very, very like stressful. This year alone has been stressful. But I have to do it to survive. I have to survive out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying everything I can to try to survive until Vote Rehab helps me out with the stuff too. Because apparently I got eligible for it. So it should help me out with paying college off and stuff. So that being said, that's why I haven't done a podcast in 3 months. Of course, I posted stuff, you know, every now and then. But that's because I was just trying to keep content going. You know what I'm saying? So even throughout that, man, I thank y'all for y'all support, because without y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? This is not to sound fake or anything. Like I said, I'm not here to be acting fake on the podcast. I'm being real with y'all. Like, without y'all, man, y'all have, I would have just stopped completely. You know what I'm saying? But I love doing this stuff. I love doing podcasts. I love being a motivator. You know what I'm saying? I love what God has put upon my life. And this may help you out. You know what I'm saying? That you're not alone in this fight. We all going through a war. There's people that's probably going through it worse than me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting no food. They ain't getting no anything. They ain't getting nothing from, you know what I'm saying? They don't got no clothes. They don't got no shoes. They ain't got parents like to watch over them. They ain't got family to watch over them. You know what I'm saying? So, not to say that my situation is better than or worse than anyone else's. Let's not get that clear. I know people that will still grind to do some videos and stuff like that. And please don't be the type that'll say, well, you're slacking and stuff like that because you don't really care about the podcast. I really do. Like, if I had financial aid, we would have been posting uploading content almost every 2 weeks. But again, man, I thank y'all so much, for support. I hope that everyone has an understanding of what life is, and if life does get the way it does, you just got to continue to fight and don't allow yourself to be anxious. Don't allow yourself to feel overweighted over something that you can't control, So with that being said, like, that's an update on me personally. I guess when it comes up to school, it's been good, bro. It's been good because I've been so locked in and focused on what I need to do. Like I said, I still got a lot of assignments I have to upload and post. And, you know what I'm saying? Just keeping to myself, I don't have anything to really worry about. Well, I still do, but I don't at the same time because I know God got me covered. Wherever I'm going, wherever I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Dsj Podcast is not going to end just because I leave college. You know what I'm saying? I'll still try to find a way to do stuff. Whether that's me even just downloading the app and just recording it and then just editing it myself. You know what I'm saying? And it still will be with RJ3000 even if I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not about to just throw shade and push it off and be like, well, I'm only doing this by myself right now, so it's only my podcast. No. It's everyone's podcast. You know what I'm saying? Just because my name is on there doesn't mean that it's about me. It's not. I actually don't like the attention on me at all. I want it to be about everyone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have people that come in and do podcasts with us and stuff. That's why we want people to enjoy our podcast, because we want y'all to understand that we are in some people's shoes. We are in y'all, you know what I'm saying, in y'all shoes, man. We might not be in y'all shoes in everything, but we know a few things and we've been through a lot as well to understand, like, hey man, hey brother, hey sister, we know what you're doing. We know how you feel, but it's all gonna be all right. One thing I will say too, and this is gonna be legit, I'm gonna work on not talking bad about people too much on the podcast no more.
For sure.
Because the thing about it is, even though I could talk bad about someone that I may not like, the thing is, we can't talk bad about people and then think that we're cool or we're better than them, because we're not better than anybody. No one's better than nobody. You may have something that's better than me. You may have more money than me. You may have a car. You may have this or you may have that. But it doesn't mean that you're better than me, because we're all God's people at the end of the day. So I'm going to try, and I know it's hard because we are gossipers in our own rights and our own skin. Now, I know a lot of us don't gossip, but I mean, if someone pisses us off, we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try not to talk bad about people on here no more. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Even with my people, I'm gonna try to tell them, like, hey man, like, let's not try to talk too bad about people. Well, let's not try to talk bad about people no more, because we want this to be positive. And yeah, we can crack jokes. Yeah, we can talk about something, but we don't want people to feel like, this podcast is supposed to be, I'm not gonna call them podcast out, but other podcasts that talk bad about people. You know what I'm saying? So we want to encourage y'all, and we want y'all to understand that everything happens for a reason. And we want to not make it negative based, man. You know, of course, I want people on here. I want people to enjoy podcasting, man. Something that I may pass on to someone else, you know what I'm saying? Because they might want to do podcasting themselves. And I'm just here just trying to, you know, be the young bucks. Like, I love watching Cam Newton's podcast. You know what I'm saying? I love watching Draymond Green podcast. Even though I don't watch it every day, I love watching those podcasts because they entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they may talk about football. Fourth and Goal, I think the podcast name is. Yeah, Fourth and Goal, Draymond Green podcast, All the Smoke. Man, shout out to all of them because they the reason. Well, even though I did this because out of my right mind, they said I had a podcast voice. Like, I just did this just because I just love doing podcasts, man. I love, like I said, being on the mic and talking to people for an hour and 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how long this podcast is going to be, but we're going to try to make it long enough because we want to catch up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, I just hope that y'all understand what we're going through or what I'm going through. I hope that, you know, we're not trying to be that podcast to talk negative or make it seem like we're the best podcast in the world, because we're not. We only got 327 followers. And all 327, man, it's going to grow more. It's going to be more people that's going to support us. It's going to be more people that's going to back us up. You know what I'm saying? So for all those 327 people and the outsiders that might be watching in, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? We want y'all to understand. We love y'all. We care about y'all.
Facts.
And we just know we're not perfect. Again, we're not the best podcast in the world. I'm not going to ever say, even on my personal YouTube, I'm not going to ever say, man, I'm the best YouTube in the world just because on one side I have 3,000 followers and another side I have 327. Like, that's crazy. You know, so they say humble mouths get fed too. So I'm trying to stay humble with this situation. I'm trying to stay humble with podcasts and stuff like that. And it's not about me. At the end of the day, I want to do what God tells me to do, and I want to make sure that I achieve that goal. And when I fail, I just know I'm going to pick myself back up, because I've been through a lot already, and it's been 21 years that I've been living. I've been facing stuff since I was 16. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to, you know what I'm saying, tell y'all that everything will be fine. And if I start taking breaks and stuff like that, it's not because of y'all. Trust me, I want to do this for y'all. I know Roland would want to do this for y'all too. Anyone that wants to be on the podcast, they love doing it, and sometimes it may be for themselves. They might want to just be on here just to make a name out of themselves, you know. Shoot, it's better just to have one person than to have 1,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? So we thank y'all for the support again. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta let y'all know about me. You know, really want to dig in, I gotta go to bed real quick.
Oh yeah, do your thing. While the main host steps out, man, little life update. Too much Arizona. Well, I'll say this, man. Life has been lifing, but God got my back, man. It's been good though. I can't really complain too much. You know, I done had some struggles here and there. Just trying to really like lock in with school. I don't know if, you know, some of y'all college students maybe can't relate, but it's like motivation just to even do schoolwork, man. Just, it's tough. It's tough sometimes, but you know, it's something you have to do. I remember my pops always told me, like, he doesn't like, he cool with his job, you know what I'm saying? He like it. Maybe not necessarily love it, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to go up. You don't want to get up and go to work. You don't want to get up and do homework. You don't want to get up and do this. Don't want to get up and do that. But sometimes you have to. You have to, bro. You have to. That's what makes the world goes round and round, man. Especially if you got like a family, anything, bro. The sacrifices you got to make, bro. The rest you might not get. You just gotta keep pushing. So that's where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's like I got as bad as other people, but of course it's just like, just find that motivation just to keep going. And I just want to encourage you all, man, just keep going. No matter what y'all going through, And yeah, man, he's already back. So
Yeah.
welcome back.
And I washed my hands, so don't think that I did not. But seriously, yeah, man, like a lot of stuff, man. You know, it's a lot of stuff that's been happening for both of us. You know, so straight out the gate, man. Just want to let y'all know, whatever you're going through in life, just know that you gonna make a way out of it. And just know that when it does get tough, man, pick your head up. Because, I mean, a lot of times, man, we are challenged. We're challenged by the way we look, by the way we sound, by the way we dress. But at the end of the day, you got to know yourself, because you have to know what is up with you. You have to know your capabilities. You have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And if you don't know that, there's a lot of time left to know it. So don't give up on life. Trust me, like there's been times I just been wanting to give up on college and just focus on what I need to do next, but I got nowhere to go. So I have to stay in a position to where I could probably succeed. You know what I'm saying? So just get your head up, pick your head up. Know that everything is going to be better from here. And when it does get tough, man, just pick your head up again. I know I sound repetitive. That's the ADHD, but yeah, just, man, talk positive about yourself too. I'm gonna say it like this:
Facts.
if you start talking positive about yourself, you start to feel more confident in yourself about a lot of stuff, because you feel like you might be a burden or something like that. But tell yourself, man, I'm not a burden. I'm just someone. I'm great. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna achieve my goals. Because if you tell yourself like, bruh, I'm just not this, I'm not that, you only gonna drag yourself down. But you have to drag yourself up.
Facts, man.
You have to keep yourself up.
God put you on this earth, man. They just crashed. I'm sorry. I was watching a YouTube video.
It's a beat. The beats that you're listening to now, they have like the videos of
the drone and stuff. The drone just crashed, bro.
Yeah.
But as D was saying, man, just be confident in yourself, man. God made you in the right image, bro. So just honor that, man. Honor that feeling of how you made you, man, and just be the greatest you can be.
Also, if you're talking bad about yourself, you only talk about the image God created.
Yeah.
And so just know it's all right to have different disabilities and different places and stuff like that you may not have strengths in. You know, you're not gonna be everyone. You're not gonna be AJ Green. You're not gonna be Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be any of those cats. But you have to build up your portfolio. You have to build up your resume. You know what I'm saying? Start while you're young too. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a young buck listening to this right now, bruh, get in the word, bro. I'm telling you this right now, because this life is gonna get a lot more testy. This life is gonna get a lot more like crazier. Like, y'all don't realize it right now, but do not live like someone else. Do not be someone else. Do not switch up for someone else. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Like, just be humble. Be humble, man. And know that if everything does happen the way it does, that is just, you can't control it. You know, but you only can control your you can control your actions. Sorry for that. You can control your actions. You can control the way you look. You can control yourself. You know what I'm saying? The outcomes sometimes are things you can't control, but you can definitely control yourself. It says comment Pop-Tarts below to confuse everyone else. That's crazy. Yeah, so everybody's Pop-Tarts. So yeah, man, we just hope that, you know, you enjoy your life, you enjoy your peace, and we're not gonna be the type of people that's gonna say, well, you know, we saying that so we can view. Nah, you know what I'm saying? We say,
man,
these
we
things.
struggle with it too, man. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, we're not just saying it as in we are perfect. No, we're not perfect.
Hell
no.
nah.
We go through this. We go through this every day, man. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
We both have to face our challenges.
Yeah, man. When you can confront yourself and learn from it, bro, that's one of the best feelings, bro.
Yep. Always.
You just grow from it. You can just see your own growth, and you love that, man.
Always. Dsj, man, we want to go on a sketch with y'all, man. We want to go on a journey with y'all, man. Whatever the journey may be, We might be older. I'm gonna turn 22 this year. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be. Shut up.
No, I'm turning 21.
Talking about old. Yeah, man. Like, we want to make sure that y'all are okay. And whatever happens, don't think it's no personal beef between me and him. We've been friends for 11 years. And we never argued. That's the crazy thing. Me and him never argued.
Like,
at
we
all.
ain't never like, nah, man. Like, of course you got like sports arguments and stuff, but like actual arguments where we like mad at each other, nah. Like, but if we see each other down or just want to pick each other up, we'll have a real serious talk. And that's the good thing about friends, bro. Make sure you got some real friends in your life, man.
Yeah, make sure you got some real legit friends, man, for sure. Cause your friends could be your own enemies. Yeah. And let's just say, also your circle, man. Me and Jeremiah was talking about this yesterday. Like, he saw me upset because that table was heavy as hell. And so, if you see me in person, I'm real skinny. I don't work out. So it was kind of hard for me to understand. Also, with that being said, it's not to say the disability is the main thing, but I can't understand people like on the fly. So if you tell me to do something, I'm gonna have to see you visually do it for me in order for me to understand what to do. That's just how I am. So we just had a whole talk, and we were just talking about strength. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? He was talking about something about his about how he should keep his group small, or how he kept a big group. And we was talking about it's a good verse in the Bible too. It's a good verse in the Bible. I don't know I forgot what it was, but it was it said something in Proverbs. It was a Proverbs verse. And it said, let me cut this down because I know the music is gonna be playing. And it said, come on, thing. It says, there are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. So you have to understand, man. You have to understand that everything is gonna be all right. And just know that when things do fall down, or when things do happen the way it does, that it's not your fault. And speaking of, they got the combine going on, man. That big boy ran a 4.78.
No, I kid you not. How big is he? 300. All right,
300 pounds.
Let me explain something. Sorry, we getting off topic. But let me explain something, man. Actually, no, I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, we're gonna save it for sports later. Oh my, hold on now. Sorry. He's big. I'll say like this. This guy probably like 330, 340, and he ran like a 5.27. That's fast for a big man. That's kind of fast. That's why I love the combine. We'll talk about that a little bit later, man. But yeah, so Dsj Podcast, man. Let's go on break. We want to thank y'all again for the support. We want to thank y'all that that everything ain't gonna be the way it wants to be. If you want to listen to the podcast, man, every single time, every single week, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate it, but that's not gonna always happen, especially with what's going on. I still gotta pray that I'm still here tomorrow, you know what I'm saying. So even though he's not a hard grader, he literally just gives me 20s, and I was messing up on all assignments, and he was just giving me 20s. So with that being said, Dsj Podcast, man, let's go on break. Again, thank y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? We may come out, I may for real, like if I do have the chance, I may for real just drop some podcast jerseys. I kept trying to talk about that, but I might get some podcast jerseys.
Let us know if y'all want some merch, man.
Yeah, if y'all can, if y'all want some. I'll try to make like a few over the summer.
Sure.
But yeah, you tell us what colors you want to, what colors you want us to do, because our main primary colors are red, black, green, and white. But then we're trying to add some other colors as well. So with that being said, yeah, y'all let us know in the comment section below what type of colors you want. And with that being said, yeah, let's get into break, man. Dsj Podcast, man. Make sure to like
and share
and subscribe to the podcast, man. We hope that y'all enjoying the music, man. Hopefully making you a little groovy and, get your popcorn, man. Sit down and relax as we get back to the podcast in a few minutes. Boom! real quick, we are going to say this real quick. So Marvin Harrison Jr., if you wanted to know combine, we're going to talk about the combine in a different video. We plan on doing 2 different ones. So Marvin Harrison, his official combine weight measurements is 6'3" and 2/8. I didn't think he was 6'4". He was 6'3". Oh, hold on.
Oh, my fault. 6'3", pretty tall.
Yeah. His weight is 209 pounds.
Okay.
His arms are 31.88 inches.
Yeah, that's about it.
His hand is 9.50 inches, and his wingspan is 77.25. That's Marvin Harrison right there. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a different podcast. But let's get on break a little bit. At Dsj Podcast, like I said earlier, man, we got to end this one. We just wanted to let y'all know. We wanted to catch up with y'all and let y'all know what's been going on. Hopefully, I'll still be here in March. We will see. But with that being said, though, Dsj Podcast, we should be able to do this next week. But don't ever be worried about us separating. We're not that type to argue, and we're not that type to start a fuss and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just, we have our own situations with personal stuff, our personal lives. So, we don't want to be coming on here acting crazy and funny.
Right.
So with that being said, Dsj Podcast, make sure to like and subscribe and share. Also, don't ever think that it's one podcast. It's 2. So we're going to do the podcast with the Combine and the NFL
Doubleheader.
talk. So that being said, man, y'all get ready for that. New everything, man. So, again, Dsj Podcast, man. We did this beat before.
Yeah.
Hey, man. We out. Boom. Dsj Podcast, man. Make sure to like
And share.
and subscribe to the podcast, man. We hope that y'all enjoying the music, man. Hopefully making you a little groovy and, get your popcorn, man. Sit down and relax. as we get back to the podcast in a few minutes.